Hi, it's Em here with a bit of a spontaneous video. I wanted to just talk about something I was thinking about while washing my hair this morning. So I just washed my hair about maybe 15-20 minutes ago. So it's still a little wet, still dripping a little bit, but it's fine. It'll be fine. I wanted to talk about my semi-freeform journey because I was just thinking about it, thinking about some mistakes I made, how I can do a better job of taking care of my hair, moving forward. And I was thinking about some mistakes I made and wanted to share them. And whether you are semi-freeforming, thinking about semi-freeforming, fire. Anyway, I just wanted to see how you might relate to this video. Semi-freeforming for me just means I wash my hair, and then once it's dry, I just make sure that the locks are separated. I'm not trying to guide the shape. The biggest mistake I have made has been my inconsistency. So this is relating mostly to early on in my journey. So for the first couple years of the lock journey for me, I would be retwisting for a while, and then, or I would semi-freeform, then retwist, then I'd be sick of the retwisted look and I'd go back to semi-freeforming. And that back and forth, I feel like it was trying to give my locks two different focuses, which doesn't work. So at some point, it probably would have helped if I had just chosen one, because for example, if I chose to retwist my hair, or retwist very consistently, I feel like my hair, first of all, would look much longer, but it would be thinner. So I'd be sacrificing the thickness of the lock for the length, as the retwisting guides it into a certain shape and a certain length. So that would have been fine if I stayed consistent with that. And the same with semi-freeforming. I think the thickness would be much more consistent throughout if I didn't go back and forth between retwisting and not. And I think this applies more specifically to my specific hair. I know some people who can go back and forth and it doesn't matter, they'll be fine. But the way my hair is, my hair locks very quickly. So when it locks very quickly, if I'm retwisting it, it's gonna stay in a thinner shape faster. It's gonna get into that thinner shape much faster. So yeah, I remember just early on in my lock journey, when I was still going to a loctician, she was like, oh my gosh, your hair is already locking. She's like, this is great. And it was very early on. So for me, that's the thing. So I'm gonna show you, I have quite a few examples, but for some reason, of course, when I hit record, I don't have them prepared, but I have, here we go. Now I have one. So this lock is a great example of this. So my hair around my edges is just weaker. And I think that's true for a lot of people, but definitely true for me. So this is a part of my lock where I did retwist a lot. So this is the time in my journey where I retwisted. So probably around, I would say like 7 months in or so, I was starting to retwist more than I have. And I haven't retwisted that much since, but this area of a lot of my locks is like this. And I would say I've lost at this point probably like 25, 26 plus ends of some of my locks. So 25, 26 of my locks have lost at least 2 to 3 inches, like just broken off in this way. So we'll start off like this. So it's gonna look really loose like this, and then it's just gonna eventually snap. I've mentioned this in quite a few other videos. I will just usually just tie it, mostly to give it a place to seal. There's no saving this lock. It's gone. This is gone. This will be gone by, it'll be gone by like next month, I'm pretty sure. So, and it's okay, but it's just where I can see some of the damage. So like my weaker hair really paid the price for that. And again, like if I was retwisting consistently, I do think, just given my hair type, how not consistent I am at like oiling and things like that, I think thinner locks would not have worked for me. I think my hair would have snapped, but also I just don't like that look for myself. But I think that that was a problem early on. And I can see how with some of my more weaker parts of my hair, I can see that. And I'm positive that if I hadn't semi-freeform, like a lot of these would have broken off so much sooner. Because we're talking, like, look at this lock, for example. This is a lock where this is the edges of my hair. The edges of my hair are extremely weak. This is this lock right here. Or they're both merged right now because I just washed my hair. But they're kind of weak. And so for me, I probably should never have retwisted the edges, especially because of how sensitive they are. It's a slightly different hair type than the rest of my hair. But anyway, yeah, here's another example, the end of this lock. Of course, a lot of it also breaks because of me yanking and pulling on it, me not consistently oiling it and things. That's probably also not good. But the inconsistency and semi-freeforming. So I just feel like that helps. And also a big mistake I made too early on is pulling too much on the locks. So semi-freeforming is the idea is for my hair to really be able to shrink to form a much thicker unit here. So you can see like it's gonna be coming out really thick. And when I was pulling on or putting into really tight style, that didn't help it get into that shrink mode because it's pulling it out. It's stretching it out of that shrinked mode. I hope this is making sense. I have not yet eaten this morning or caffeinated, so I'm just trying to survive here. I'm just trying to get through this video. I want to make sure I get this out. But so those are some things that I feel have hurt my semi-freeform journey. Now, over the recent years, the last, I would say like 4 years, I've been much more consistent with making sure, or with just washing it and separating my locks. Most of my locks, actually, they do end up just being naturally cylindrical. I hope that's a word. Okay, I think it is. It's early, like I said. But yeah, most of my hair will naturally do that. I do have some like ends of the locks, like where I sleep, where some of them are a little flatter, but overall my hair will just naturally form this more circular or cylinder type shape. So that's worked out fine. But aside from that, so I don't really do anything to guide their shape at all. I just making sure that they're separated, and that's it for me. And I haven't retwisted in a couple years almost. I think it's almost been 2 years since I last retwisted. And yeah, I don't miss it at all. It's a lot easier to not retwist my hair. So I've been, yeah, not retwisting my hair. I also just like this look, this thicker look. So those are the main things I really wanted to say. I just feel like if I was much more consistent, I think the ends of my hair would be much stronger and able to withstand me. Like, for example, I'm wearing a more strappy outfit right now. My hair tends to get caught in strappy outfits, especially because I don't put it up throughout the day. Usually if I'm home, my hair is loose, and out there I have my hairband ready for use if need be, but for the most part I'm not doing that. Oh, my hair. I told you my hair's got my arm all shiny. But yeah, so I might pull like just like the front of it up or something like that, but for the most part it's just out there. And yeah, so I know it's going to be vulnerable to those things, but I'm not going to change that. I like my hair out and about at home, so it's nice. But yeah, so those are some of those things I feel like I've learned from my own hair. I feel like these things are true for my hair, just my own little theories about it. But I'd like to know what you think. Like, have you semi-freeformed? What has your experience been? And then if you're curious about it or curious about any aspect of what semi-freeforming has been like for me, I welcome you to leave your comments or questions down below. I just wanted to share. I just hope that from my mistakes and all that. Somebody can learn. I hope that that's the big thing. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, but I also hope that I can help prevent some things for other people. But again, everybody has different hair type too. It might affect somebody different, I'm sure. And there's plenty of people who can get away with going back and forth between retwisting or letting it just do its thing, but I'm just not one of those people. So I need to be more aware. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will be back. Actually, I have another video I want to do that's actually not related to locks. So that video is coming up soon. I'll have a chance to record it shortly. So yeah, that'll be coming. But thank you for watching. And yeah, feel free to let me know how your journey's going. I will catch you in the next video. So until then, be safe, be well. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.